of Mice and Men opens with the description of the scenery surrounding a tranquil riverbed outside of Soledad, California. The third-person narrator focuses in on two men walking down a beaten path toward a pool. The small man, George, is wiry with restless eyes and sharp, strong features. The other man, Lenny, is enormous and shapeless in face. Lenny forgetfully asks George where they are going. A frustrated George reminds him that they are due for work at a nearby ranch. He then finds Lenny to be holding a mouse and orders him to give it up, throwing it away. He tells Lenny not to speak when they go to speak to the boss of the ranch. George decides they will camp by the pool and head to the ranch in the morning. Again, Lenny retrieves the dead mouse and George takes it away. George reminds Lenny how Lenny's Aunt Clara used to give him live mice to pet and how she stopped after Lenny kept accidentally killing them. He complains about all the things he could do if he didn't have to take care of Lenny. This makes Lenny feel guilty, and he offers to go off into the hills and live in a cave. Feeling bad, George tells him he doesn't want him to leave. Lenny asks George to tell him his favorite story, the one with the rabbits. George recites their dream of having a farm where they can grow their own food, raise livestock, and keep rabbits. This leaves Lenny cheered up. As night falls, George instructs Lenny that if he gets into any trouble at the ranch, to come back to this spot and hide in the bushes. Chapter 1 introduces the two main characters, George and Lenny. It is revealed the two men are migrant workers who move from ranch to ranch harvesting crops. The chapter also introduces one of the main themes of the book, that of loneliness and friendship. Although an odd couple, it's made clear the two are close friends. Even though George is annoyed by Lenny, he's happy to have him in his life. A second theme that is introduced is that of the dream. In George and Lenny's case, the dream means owning a ranch with a house, garden, rabbits, and chickens. Because George has recited it so many times, it takes on the form of a comforting prayer. Lastly, Steinbeck uses foreshadowing to convey a sense that something ominous is going to happen. When George alludes to Lenny's previous bad behavior at their last job, along with his accidental killings of mice, it gives readers the impression something bad may happen.